Hello everyone. How to write a squeeze page that converts. Most people have no, or simply the slightest, idea how to write a squeeze page that converts. Instead, they slop together elements that they have seen used in other squeeze pages, but usually do not put them together in the same way the owner of the successful squeeze page did. One major problem? It's copy. And that's fine. Not everyone is going to be an excellent writer, never mind a copywriter. But as someone selling a product or trying to build a list, it is important that you know your strengths and weaknesses, and that you either spend the time to overcome them or hire someone else to do it for you. With copywriting, for instance, it is important to use a mix of compelling sales points with powerful psychological triggers. Most people who create a sales page miss either one or both of those elements. Cite them. Now, if they fail to sprinkle in psychological triggers, such as scientifically proven, guaranteed, and shocking, no one will feel compelled to continue reading, as the benefits will have a low or average perceived value. In addition to these two problems, some sales pages lack coherency and direction. The copy looks amateurish and it doesn't slowly grind forward, breaking down the visitor's resistance to the sale, and compelling him or her to buy more and more at each sales point. Additionally, if there aren't multiple calls to action, another form of psychological trigger, then a potential visitor might never feel compelled enough to pull out his or her credit card on the spot and make the purchase. Any others? In addition to careful copywriting, there are other important things you must take into consideration when writing a squeeze page that converts. For instance, it is important to build a compelling case for a time-bound offer. Now, this doesn't mean you have to invent fake deadlines and constantly revise them each week. This is a good way to guarantee your complete loss of credibility in the shortest amount of time possible. However, when planning your copy, you will want to make sure that you constantly urge the reader to act immediately by inserting a number of calls to action, as I've mentioned previously. You may want to consider using fly-ins or pop-ups to create more urgency, or to make a time-bound offer. Perhaps you can use a countdown to build urgency, i.e., when someone arrives at your squeeze page, they have 5 minutes to purchase the product at the lowest price. For a completely free-to-join squeeze page, you more than likely won't have a considerable amount of resistance to joining, unless the visitor doesn't see any benefits, and suspects that you will sell their email address to spammers. Both of these problems are relatively easy to overcome. In your headline, simply state the exact benefits they will receive for joining, as always, mixing in psychological triggers. Now, to overcome the second problems, simply include a short line under your opt-in form that explains that you will not, under any circumstances, spam them or sell or give away their email address and name. In a nutshell, writing squeeze pages isn't difficult, but it can be if you simply write them without knowing the intention. Always be mindful on how you write, since this page is the first impression your prospects will have. Make it count. Thanks for listening.